Diddy stumbled. Pain lanced through his leg. A bullet grazed him. He gasped. Sirens wailed, getting closer. He had to escape. He ducked into a narrow alley. Darkness enveloped him. He pressed himself against the cold brick wall. His heart pounded. He tasted blood. The police were close. He could hear their shouts. He had to find a way out. He limped further into the darkness. The alley twisted and turned. A dead end. He was trapped. He leaned against a dumpster, breathing heavily, trying to control his pain. He heard footsteps coming closer. Panic surged. He braced himself. A figure emerged from the shadows. Tall, menacing. Diddy froze. The figure approached. Diddy could see a glint of metal. He closed his eyes, waiting for the inevitable. The figure stopped in front of him. Silence. The figure extended a hand. Diddy hesitated. He looked up. The figure wore a mask, obscuring its face. The hand remained outstretched. Diddy looked around. No other escape. He took the hand. It was cold, lifeless. The figure pulled him up. Diddy winced. His legs screamed in protest. The figure led him deeper into the alley, away from the sirens. Diddy limped along, supported by the masked figure. He didn't know where they were going. He didn't care. He just needed to get away. The figure moved with an unnatural grace. Silent. Efficient. Diddy felt a chill. Despite the warm night, something felt wrong. Very wrong. He glanced at the masked figure. A sense of dread washed over him.
Surprise.
The masked figure led Diddy through a labyrinthine network of alleys, twisting and turning, deeper into the city's underbelly. Diddy's leg throbbed. Each step was agony. He relied on the figure for support. He felt a strange mix of gratitude and fear. Who was this masked savior? Why were they helping him? They emerged into a small, deserted courtyard, hidden from the street. The figure released Diddy's hand. He slumped against a wall, exhausted. He looked at the figure, waiting for an explanation. The figure remained silent, motionless. The mask stared back at him, blank, expressionless. The figure slowly reached up and removed the mask. Diddy gasped. He recognized the face. It was Eric Andre, the comedian, the prankster. What was he doing here? Diddy couldn't comprehend. His mind raced, trying to make sense of the situation. Eric Andre smiled, a sinister smile that sent shivers down Diddy's spine. "Surprise," Andre said. His voice was different, darker, more menacing. Diddy stared at him, speechless. He felt a growing sense of unease. This wasn't the Eric Andre he knew from television. This was something else, something much more sinister. He felt trapped, like a prey caught in a spider's web.
Oh, Diddy, this is just the beginning. I've been watching you, Diddy. I know your secrets, your fears, your weaknesses. You're a fascinating specimen, Diddy. And tonight, you're going to be the star of my show. Oh, it's a very special show, Diddy. A show the whole world will be watching.
Diddy struggled to speak. "Eric? What is this?" he stammered. Andre laughed, a harsh, grating sound. "Oh, Diddy," he said, "this is just the beginning." He stepped closer. His eyes gleamed with a strange intensity. Diddy shrank back. He felt a primal fear gripping him. "I've been watching you, Diddy," Andre continued. His voice was low and hypnotic. "I know your secrets, your fears, your weaknesses." He circled Diddy like a predator stalking its prey. Diddy's mind reeled. He couldn't understand what was happening. This was surreal, a nightmare. "You're a fascinating specimen, Diddy," Andre said. He stopped in front of Diddy, his face inches away. "And tonight, you're going to be the star of my show." He smiled again, that same sinister smile. Diddy felt a cold sweat break out. He knew he was in grave danger. What kind of show?" Diddy managed to ask. His voice trembled. Andre chuckled. "Oh, it's a very special show, Diddy," he said. "A show the whole world will be watching." He pulled out his phone and began to live stream. Diddy's eyes widened in horror. He realized what was happening. He was being set up.
Say hello to the world, Diddy.
Andre pointed the phone at Diddy. Diddy stared at the camera. His mind raced. He had to think of a way out. He had to escape. But how? He was wounded, trapped, at the mercy of a madman.
Tonight, we're going to play a little game, Diddy. A game of cat and mouse. And the whole world is watching.
Andre grinned, a wide, manic grin. Diddy felt a surge of adrenaline. He had to fight. He had to survive.
What do you want?
Diddy's voice was strained. Andre laughed.
I want to see you squirm, Diddy. I want to see you beg for your life.
Andre stepped back and gestured towards the alley.
Run, Diddy, run!
Diddy hesitated. He knew it was a trap, but he had no choice. He turned and limped into the alley. Andre followed him, filming every step. The chase was on, and the world was watching. Andre's livestream went viral. People tuned in from all over the world, watching the bizarre spectacle unfold. Comments flooded the screen. Some were amused, some were horrified, some were just confused. Andre narrated the chase, adding his own twisted commentary. He mocked Diddy, taunted him, and turned the whole thing into a sick joke. The viewers ate it up. They couldn't look away. They were hooked. Diddy ran as fast as he could, but his wounded leg slowed him down. He could hear Andre's laughter echoing behind him. He knew he couldn't outrun him. He had to find another way. He had to outsmart him. He ducked into another alley, hoping to lose Andre. He pressed himself against the wall, trying to catch his breath. He could hear Andre's footsteps getting closer. He closed his eyes, waiting for the inevitable. Suddenly, a low growl filled the air. Diddy's eyes snapped open. He saw a large, shadowy figure emerge from the darkness. It was a puma. Its eyes glowed in the dim light. Diddy froze. Terror gripped him. Andre stepped into the alley, still holding his phone. He smiled, a triumphant smile.
Looks like the game is over, Diddy. Meet my pet.
The puma stalked towards Diddy, its muscles rippling beneath its sleek coat. Diddy knew he was doomed. He closed his eyes, accepting his fate. The puma lunged. The live stream went dark. The world watched in horror. Then, the screen cut to static. The comment section exploded. People demanded answers. What happened? Was Diddy dead? No one knew. Eric Andre had vanished, leaving behind a trail of chaos and confusion. The incident became an internet legend, a dark and twisted tale of a celebrity chase gone wrong.